For most parents, sending their children to America's most costly high school is a dream come true. They are pricey because of the world-class facilities and high-quality schooling available to children, more so than public schools, which are primarily supported by state taxes. Educational institutions rely on student fees to sustain their operations. Tuition expenditures are often justified for many parents because of the advantages that private schools often provide. These can include curriculum flexibility in design, smaller classes, single-sex schooling options, and perhaps the most crucial, a superior quality education, as indicated by higher general standardized test scores. Many parents choose to drive their kids to a private school in order to ensure that they receive a quality education possible. As there is still disagreement about whether charter schools are truly superior intellectually, there is no denying that they can be quite costly. Some of them are even more costly than college. Here are the most costly private high schools in America. Unless you're here for deep thought or to chuckle at just how much people have to pay for high school. Starting off with the first one, the Lang School in New York City. The Lang School in New York City has some rather high standards for its students. Aside from the demand of a $65,000 sky-high tuition check from each student, all upper school people are placed in an empirical investigation on a topic they are enthusiastic about at this remarkable institution. The program recommends studying the history of surgical knots and learning to disassemble and reassemble a Porsche, for instance. Garnering a rank, Endeavor's IMG Academy is at the pinnacle of the marketing of youth sports, with tuition of $75,200 and an $11 million training center. The standard tuition for a year of boarding at IMG Academy is $68,500 with a team sport competition and training gear charge that varies by sport and ranges from $3,750 to $4,250. The cost of a single semester is $39,400. Throughout every way, IMG has exceeded our expectations. To be available to compete on any IMG Academy sports franchise, you must have at least 2.0 overall grade point standard, unweighted. After each semester, final grade averages are checked, and coaches are contacted by ineligible players. The golf instruction has been excellent, and the nutritional, strength, and mental conditioning has become even outstanding. The Oxford Academy, located in Westbrook, is a top-rated, private, independent, all-boys institution with 48 students in grades 9 to 12 with a student-teacher ratio of 2:1. The top mark available costs $82,000 in tuition. In the national rankings, Oxford Academy is ranked number 11. Performance as indicated based on how effectively they prepare students for university and also how they do on on-state mandated tests. The University of Oxford has a well-deserved reputation for intellectual distinction. The children are outstanding. Moreover, when compared to other California schools, this school is rated above average in terms of educational quality. The college preparation scores of the students here are higher than the general population. Their standards are pretty solid too, well given the name. Snatching one of the top spots, the Woodhull School markets its personalized learning methodologies and small class sizes to unorthodox learners. And when we say small classes, we really mean tiny, because each class has only 2 to 5 students. Everybody seems to have their own individual high school tutor. As a result, the total number of students registered in the school at any given moment is limited to 42. Students may be savoring their meal, which includes an omelette chef, while they're not in their specially designed classrooms. They could also be members of astronomy, investing and charity, music, a cappella, or social media groups in school. There's also a school pond, sand volleyball courts, and 25 acres of woodlands to wonder. Located in the heart of Manhattan, the Quad Preparatory School specializes in teaching gifted students. On a typical day at the Quad, a high school student might attend advanced math or language classes, as well as mandatory foreign language course, counseling, and health and wellness classes. There are also internships led by students, such as video news journalism or cuisine. The Quad School strives to place its students in the greatest colleges in the country. Each student must have weekly private counseling with a college counselor and bi-weekly check-ins with lecturers by the 11th and 12th grades. That sounds like a lot of stress. It's no surprise that the school's premises have a Zen zone on them. The Foreman School in Litchfield, Connecticut caters to students with ADD and ADHD by offering lessons that are believed to provide them with the keys to success as they prepared for college. However, those keys to college come with an annual fee of $78,600, which is more costly than most of the other universities themselves. An inventiveness lab, a mechatronics lab, tennis courts, sporting facilities, and a big dining hall are all part of the 125-acre rural site. The majority of the food on campus is supplied locally, and the Lion's Den Bistro offers cooking workshops, making even lunchtime an educational experience. Off to the top spot and the most expensive high school thus far in the U.S., Shortridge Academy. Shortridge Academy prides itself on being a therapeutic boarding school as children struggle to negotiate the weird time that is adolescence. The school says it focuses on emotional and behavioral well-being in addition to academic programming. In fact, each student has a personal counselor with whom he or she may discuss their concerns, and counselors collaborate with parents to create a customized treatment plan. Students can also participate in activities like jiu-jitsu, weight training, and outdoor hiking, as well as a variety of creative arts and music programs. After graduating from Shortridge, many of these kids go on to one of their top choice institutions. You can learn a lot in high school. I'm dealing about working more closely with people you might not like. Develop acquaintances and manage your time. It's also crucial where you acquire all of these because a strong education has been linked to higher earnings after graduation, a lower risk of committing felony, and a slew of other advantages.